This is for assignment 2, designing 6 shapes, the same size with the same theme. Okay, this is what I'm going to start off with. I'm going to go to my layers and set my background. I'm going to keep it at white for this assignment. You can choose whatever background color you like, but I'm going to keep it at white. And now I'm going to go to the shape tool. I personally like to use the circle tool for my assignments, or for this assignment, but you guys can choose to do whatever one you like. There's so many different shapes you have available. Please utilize those. Okay, now I'm gonna draw my first shape, and it could be any fill color. I'm gonna pick orange because I already kind of know what theme I'm gonna go for. So I'm gonna pick orange, and I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna click and shift to get my circle, and I'm going to arrange it. So this is going to be my first circle. I'm going to go up to layers. See, there's a circle in there. I think this is going to be a good size to work with. So this program is really awesome to make all your shapes the same size. You can click on your first shape and you can copy it. So if you right click your cursor or laptop, you should be able to have these options available, and you can just choose copy and right click again and hit paste. Then you have another circle. So I'm just going to fill up my page with circles right now. I'm gonna select both of them, copy, paste. You can adjust it too. I might have to make them a little bit smaller to fit them on the page, but I'm gonna have to shrink them down a little bit. That's okay. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna move them around. So you want to get them on the page, have enough room for your circles. You might have to adjust the sizes of them. Looks like I might be able to fit them all in here. I wanted to do a larger shape because I want it to fill up the paper. So we're really going to utilize the space that we have. And this is an 8.5 inch by 11 inch document, a regular paper size. And there you go. I have all my circles so I can begin making my themes. I think I'm going to stick with the same paper theme, and I'm going to do a sports theme. So I'm going to make this one into a basketball. This one's going to be a tennis ball. I'm just going to change the base colors for it. And this one I'm going to do basketball. Make my fill color. I'm going to do a darker color for my baseball because I'm going to add some detail to it. Now this isn't going to show you all the detail I'm going to add to it. This is just getting you set up and started. I want you to add your own details and options to that. I'm going to make the line just be a little bit darker than what I have. I'm going to do the same with this one. This is going to be a soccer ball. I'm going to make my fill color this color, and I'm going to give it a darker outline than the fill color and up the line width so you can see it. Gonna make this one into an 8 ball, so it's going to be, the fill color is going to be black. Though I don't think I want to go to the dark, well, I'm going to go the darkest dark for my background, and I can add details later. And this one's going to be a bowling ball. I'm going to stick with I'm going to do a purple bowling ball, and I'm going to find a dark purple for that one. So these are all my base colors, or bases for each one of my circles. Now I'm going to go into the pen tool, and this is going to be where I have all my brushes. And I'm gonna use the path tool for my lines. You can use any of these options available. I'm just gonna go with the Pathfinder tool, and I'm gonna make sure my fill is 0 and outline's going to be black because I'm going to be making a basketball. And what I'm going to do, oops, I did not want to do that. Going, click that, delete that, okay. So this is what I'm going to do. So you take your cursor and you're going to want to click where you want to click. And click down here. I'm going to make, see if you click and hold, you can adjust the line tool to be a nice curve, like so. And I want to up the line width so you could see the lines in my basketball. That's going to be the first line for my basketball. I'm going to do another line right here, like so. I want to end it. So if you only want to draw one line, you just click the bottom. This one, this works in a vector. So they work with points instead of just a regular paintbrush tool. You might have to get used to it if you choose to use this. I'm gonna do a line down the middle for my basketball. Oh, being a stubborn tool. I click off, I go to the select tool and go back to Pathfinder so it doesn't stick. Like that. And there, I got my lines to my basketball. Let's go look over here in the Pathfinder. So now you see the different layers. I have my circles, and then I have my paths. If you want to group everything together, I suggest you click on what you want to group together. I want to click on the orange basketball. I'm going to hit Shift. Oop, didn't want that. I'm going to hit circle, and I'm going to go to group, and I'm going to label this basketball. Ball. And I'm going to take my paths that I made, and I'm going to hit, I'm going to click on the first one, I'm going to hit Shift, and click on all the paths, and I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to drag it down into the basketball one. So all my shapes for that one basketball are all in one folder. So I'm going to do that with the rest of my circles. Each one of them is going to look like what I want it to look like. I'm going to add details to it. So I'm going to just do this one, and then I'm going to end this video. But I'm going to zoom in. I want you to zoom in for detail. Oop. Yes, you can. Oh, I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to add more detail to this basketball. So you can get really close if you want to. And oh, I didn't want that. So if you want to do undo, just do undo. But I want to, here it goes. Move this over. And I want to add detail to my basketball. So I'm going to go back in here, and I'm going to select the paintbrush tool. And I'm going to go find outline. And I'm going to look at outline. So I picked an orange color. I kind of want to add value to this, so I'm going to pick the darkest orange that I have. And I am going to adjust my line width. I want to make it look like a nice value, so I'm going to adjust it. And let's see, that's a little bit too big. I want my lines a little smaller than that. Let's see. There we go. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to add some value to my basketball and make it look more 3D. It's going to have that nice look to it. You know, circles and shapes all have an edge to it. So if you go around and add value to the edges, it's going to make your creations more 3D. And you might have a little shadow over it like this, and I'll show you how to go back in and erase that if you don't want Yeah, overpainted it a little bit. That's fine. And I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to add in my, these are going to be my low lights. So my darker values. See how I added that? I'm going to go into the layers tool and I'm going to get all my basketball, all my basketball low lights, and I'm going to click on one of them and select all of them. I'm going to drag them down to the basketball folder. I want to get it into the folder. Okay. And here's a nice little trick. So I'm going to open up my folder and you see all these different options. So I want my basketball lines to be at the top. So the paintbrush, the low lights don't show. So I'm going to click on one, hit shift and select these 4 paths, and you can move them up to the top of the folder like so. So all your low lights are going to be on the bottom. So this is why I keep saying that this layers palette is going to be very very useful for you. Now I'm going to go in, I'm going to add some I'm going to go in here and I'm going to add some more depth to it. So I'm going to go to my paintbrush and I'm going to go to my outline color again, and I'm going to pick a lighter pick a lighter orange for my basketball, and I'm going to check out the size of my brush. Let's see. So it's a little lighter, so that's fine. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to add some highlights to it. Now this is a nice shiny basketball. Ooh, it's going to look really neat. So you know how to make your shapes look more 3D is you have to add value and highlights. So that's what I'm going to be looking for in this assignment when it's finished. This is just one of my shapes. I will post how it turned out in the assignment so you could see. But this is just going to be a quick tutorial on how to really work with your shapes. Okay, so we go back to our layers palette and we select our highlights, click and drag to the folder for our basketball, find our path, and I'm going to move those up, and voila, you got your basketball. Now you can continue to add more detail to your shapes, but this is what I'm going to leave you on. So like if you wanted to add like little dots for more texture look, that's fine. So zoom out. At the end of your assignment, each one of your circles should have a design in them, should follow the same theme like the basketball, and I'm going to show you the final product when I upload the assignment. Thank you guys. Have fun with this.